Friends and family of Flaharty Asset Management, thank you for joining us for a brief 3-minute message from Hunter Orr, our Chief Investment Officer. Our purpose today is threefold. One, to communicate the strategies our portfolio management team has already put in place early this year in anticipation of market uncertainty. Number two, describe some general thoughts on market corrections and, importantly, tariffs. And most importantly, what this means to you and the actions we will take going forward. I'll turn it over to Hunter.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're connecting with us today. Last week, your investment team sent out a short note sharing a few thoughts on this ongoing game of economic chess our global leaders are playing. Today, we thought we'd connect in a different way, a quick video to give you a sense of how we're thinking about the markets, your portfolios, and the road ahead. Right now, there are going to be short-term positives and short-term negatives, and long-term opportunities and long-term challenges. As we sit here filming this, the global markets are down about 20% from their highs earlier this year, and it happened quickly. At that level, we've reached what is called a market correction. And while tariffs in the headlines might feel new or unsettling, history reminds us that they're not. Most of us were not around to remember the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act from 95 years ago and that debacle. Thankfully, we're a long way from that chapter. Different time, different economy, different world. But history does teach us this. Smart strategy beats knee-jerk reactions every time. Market corrections also aren't new. In fact, they're pretty normal. 5 to 10% pullbacks, they happen almost every year. 20% corrections, historically about every 4 years. And if we look back over the last 4 decades, we've seen this story play out over and over. 1987, Black Monday. 1990, the Gulf War recession. In 98, we had Russia default on their debt. The early 2000s, dot-com bubble. Financial crisis happened in 2008. In 2015, just the thought of China slowing down caused a scare in the markets. 2020, we had the COVID crash. 22, there was the inflation shock. And now in 2025, tariff in the headlines correction. Most of these corrections were within a rounding area of where we sit today, right around 20%. If you read our note last week, you know we are already prepared. 2 months ago, back in late January, we started dialing down the risk in the portfolios. We shifted towards more conservative investments, trimmed some positions altogether, bought more bonds, and raised some cash. And that's the most common question we've gotten since is, what's next? Should we be buying or selling? Here is our answer. Because we came into this correction in such a defensive stance, we're in an excellent position. We're not forced to sell into weakness. We don't need to react emotionally. We get to do what smart investors do. Watch, wait, analyze, and when the time is right, buy quality investments that we want to own for years to come anyway at better prices. We've said it before, the riskiest strategy out there is trying to time every twist and turn. In, out, buy, sell. No one gets that right consistently. Instead, we prepare ahead of time and we stay committed to the long-term plan. If you'd like to talk more or have questions about your specific plan, as always, we're here. Reach out to your team at Flaharty anytime.